leasing is complicated. All companies are lessees of equipment and real estate. Auditors should understand leasing beyond just the debits and credits and the rules in ASC 842. Leasing 101, my business, is offering an online subscription-based training program for all staff of a subscribing company like your CPA firm. It allows all staff to view, listen to, and read 12 PowerPoints with audio and 20 Word file documents 24/7, 365, and in a leap year you get 366 days worth of use. No downloading is allowed. The training is lessee focused, but it also includes lessor information. The training has both basic and advanced topics. It's real-world training that lessors give to their staff to understand how to execute lease transactions, and it's 50 years worth of my work life. As an auditor using this training, I'd start with what is a lease. It's a Word document that explains how the FASB, IRS, and USC classify leases as to whether they're operating leases or financings. That is, whether they're rental contracts or actually a financed sale of the asset. I'd also read the white paper on ASC 42. It delves into it in a lot more detail, talking about implications and how it impacts lessees. I'd view and listen to the introduction to leasing next. That defines the different lease and loan products that a typical large lessor offers, and what types of customers would buy those products and why. There are lots of different lease and loan products out there, and there are different needs that they satisfy. So this will give you a good background on what the whole leasing and asset finance industry is all about. Next, go to the glossary of terms that includes both industry terms and accounting terms. Also view my website. I've got a couple of other glossaries there. There's a big free section, and it's got a lot of information on leasing. Next, read why customers lease. It explains the corporate finance and needs that a customer has and how leasing solves each of them. And most of the most critical needs are financial reporting and tax needs. Next, review the slideshow on lease analytics to understand the time value of money, and also to understand how to use Excel and a financial calculator to do common lease-related calculations. Especially it tells you how to do the present value calculation in ASC 842. Next, I would take a look at the very large PowerPoint presentation called Leasing Sales Under the Accounting and Tax Reform Changes. It's very comprehensive and delves into the implications of 842 and the IRS rules, as well as the Tax Reform Act of 2017. I'd also then read the article called The New Approach to Lease versus Buy. It's a comprehensive article focusing on the lessee view of leasing versus borrowing to buy, and includes lessee comparative financial statement runouts of a loan versus a couple of lease products. Next, I'd read the article called Apples to Oranges. It gives the theoretical background to the analytical approach to compare and put on a par two financing options with different financial reporting results. And it shows the comparative pro forma financial statement runouts for a lessee under a loan or lease scenario. CFOs may ask you to help them with this kind of analysis because it doesn't come up in their day-to-day activity. That is, they aren't always looking at how to acquire or how to finance the use of a new asset. Lastly, for those who audit lessors, the Why Buy Residual Value Insurance article explains how lessors use residual value insurance to change the classification of operating leases to direct finance leases. They do this because direct finance lease classification improves key financial reporting measures versus an operating lease. The article shows pro forma financial runouts for a lessor under an operating lease and a direct finance lease. Again, I'd encourage you also just to look at my website for a lot of free information. The most successful auditors understand their customers' financial reporting issues, and those who audit financial institutions will understand their clients' issues better through this training. It's beyond the debits and credits. Companies have a tough time these days with training budgets. With numerous staff, they can't afford to train everybody. Our subscription-based approach, though, allows all staff in your company to be trained for a mere $5,000 per year. I think it's a real value. You can look at these presentations and articles over and over again for just one price. I think it's a real value. Thank you.